The Do-It-Yourself Boo Boo Bear Party Favor Instructions, the Polar Bear Edition. From a simple square to a heartfelt share, TerryGami crafts. Polar bears are kings of the Arctic, strong, resilient, and built for snow and ice. But today, we're turning that mighty bear into something sweet and soft. From a simple square, we create a cool companion that is part keepsake and part boo-boo soother. Get the PDF links below the video for a printout of both the materials and the patterns. Here are the stars, hearts, hats, and scarves pattern for free under the video. I'll show you how to cut out small pieces with ease with these patterns at the end of the video. They too are free under the video. In case you want to get started on favors for a Halloween party, free large and small bat patterns are also below the video. Polar bear factoids. A shout out to Churchill, Manitoba, Canada, which is said to be world famous for its polar bear population. This town was built on the path of polar bear migration. Now for the polar bear boo boo bear instructions. Here we go. Cut off the tag. Place the cloth in a diamond shape and make sure the tag remnant is in the bottom or top corners, not in the sides, because they're going to be the ears and tail of the bear. Roll the bottom corner to the center of the cloth. Turn it around. Place a book or something there to keep it from unraveling, and roll the other corner to the center of the cloth. Should look like this. Turn the cloth over and fold it in half. Note, the rolls are on the outside. Wrap a rubber band or elastic on your non-dominant hand and measure down 4 inches. Grab it at 4-inch mark and wrap the rubber band or elastic around the corners. Measure it to make sure it's 4 inches. Place the corners toward you and roll up the top corner until it reaches the rubber band. Take a sewing clip and place it on the material by the rubber band and on the roll so that it will stay in place. At the rubber band, turn the cloth inside out. So now the rolls are on the inside, and so are the ears and the tail. At the rubber band, on the ear side, roll up the cloth 1 1/2 inches. Put a rubber band on your non-dominant hand and wrap rubber band around the head and the ears. The ears need to be in the head. And take the clips off now and shape the ears as best you can towards the top of the head. You're going to have to stuff in some of the excess material. Shape the body a little bit. Widen the shoulders, front and back. In Churchill, October and November come with a unique alarm. Sirens wail whenever a polar bear wanders into town. Locals leave their car doors unlocked so that anyone can dive in for a quick polar bear getaway. How to anchor thread to Terrycloth. Double thread a needle and then tie a knot in the end. Thread the needle through the Terrycloth and then go through the double thread at the end by the knot to anchor it to the Terrycloth. Anchor it about 1/2 inch down on the shoulders. Take the needle and put it through the thread to anchor it. Sew up the shoulder. Stuff in the excess material around the head and sew it up. Sew up the back of the ears, trying to make them into a rounded point if you can, and tie it off. Now do the same to the other side of the body, head, and ears. Polar bear factoids. The polar bear's tail is in a class all of its own, short, flat, rounded, and perfectly designed to keep the chill out in the frosty north. Now on to the tail instructions, but first you may need to know this. Pruning shears or medical trauma scissors are good for cutting craft or popsicle sticks. Or if you score around the sides of the stick with a craft knife or box cutter, you can break it off with pliers. Turn the bear over face up and pull out the tail and kind of fold over the corner a little bit so it looks like this. Take a mini craft stick, measure down 1 inch, and mark it, and cut it off. It's probably going to fly, so be careful. The rounded side is the side we want to use. Put some glue on one side of the stick. Place it down in the corner, a little bit above the actual material in the corner. Put some more glue on the top of the stick. Put some glue on either side of the corner, inside the corner. And some on the very tip. When you fold up the tip, try to go for a rounded corner and fold over the sides of the corner to hide the stick. Polar bears are the largest land predators on Earth, and when standing on their hind legs can be as tall as a 10-foot house. Turn the bear over on its back and measure up 1/2 inch from the bottom. Cut a vertical hole about 1/2 inch in the back of the bear. Bring the tail through the bottom of the hole and make sure the smooth side is up. Tuck the material back inside the bear. Anchor the thread to the bear at the bottom by the tail and sew around the entire tail, catching the bear material in with the tail material. When you get back to the bottom of the tail, tie it off. Now the bear should be able to stand on its own. Polar bear factoids. The polar bear is truly a sea bear, spending most of his life swimming in icy waters. With powerful webbed paws and sleek water-repellent fur, it can paddle for days. It can even close its ears and nose underwater. On land, this marine predator can smell a seal under ice and underwater a mile away. Now on to the eyes and nose. Instructions for the eyes and nose. Use a quarter hole punch to cut out the eyes. For the nose, there is a pattern below the video of number 3 noses. For the large bear, cut out the number of noses you need from the pattern and then with a glue stick, glue the pattern right side up to the paper back of the glittered sticky back foam board for easier cutout than tracing it. For smaller bears, use the 1/4-inch heart hole punch for the nose. Before you glue the eyes and nose on, arrange them how you want them. Polar bears have big noses, and for the large bear, this nose is number 3 on the hearts pattern below the video. Put some fabric glue on the eye, even though it is sticky back foam board. Put the eye on the bear. By the way, these tweezers are bead tweezers, but any tweezer will do. Put fabric glue on the other eye and put it on. Put fabric glue on the number 3 nose and put it on. Polar bear factoids. Don't let that fuzzy face fool you. Polar bears are powerful hunters. Behind that big black nose are strong jaws and teeth, perfect for catching slippery fish and seals. Those shiny white chompers chomp right through blubber as easily as we munch on marshmallows. Mouth instructions. However, we're not doing that kind of mouth. There are 2 versions of the mouth. Version 1, cut a little less than 1/4 inch for the muzzle line and a little more than 1/2 inch for the mouth out of satin Chinese knotting cord. Version 2, take 10 inches of black floss and use all 6 strands of the floss. You may need a needle threader even with a darning needle. Don't double thread the needle, use a single thread and then tie a big knot in the end. I'll show you how to do both versions. Put fabric glue on the muzzle line. And put it under the very tip of the nose. Put fabric glue on the mouth. Put it under the muzzle line. And form it into a smile. And you may have to hold it there for a bit till it dries a little bit. Now on to version 2 of the mouth. Thread a needle with a single strand of floss and tie a knot in the end. Go in through the ear and put the needle point 1/8 inch below the nose. You don't want the mouth to be too big. Pull it through and go about the same distance on the other side. And go up underneath the nose. Put the needle through. To make a muzzle line or a filbrum, go down to the middle of the mouth and push the needle through the head to go out the ear. The needle and lift up the mouth a little bit and lift up the muzzle line a little bit. Take some glue and put it underneath the mouth and put it down into a smile if you want. And then take it on the muzzle line a little bit. Pull the thread through a little bit so to get the muzzle line down. Cut off the thread at the ear and place it down as best you can. Take some glue and spread it on the black ear inserts. Put them in the ear, touching the thread so it will be glued down too. Spread some glue on the other black ear insert and put it in that ear. Polar bear factoids. Polar bears have black tongues, black paws and claws, and black skin. Even their ears are black under their fur. A polar bear's whisker print is as unique as a fingerprint, and scientists such as Dr. Jane Waterman uses them for identification. Now for the whisker prints. This is a black razor pilot pen. Put it a little bit by the nose and go out a little bit from the nose area and do some more. So it's sort of like a triangle. Try to get them the same on both sides. Cut 3 5-inch strands of tatting thread and put them in the whisker prints. You don't want to do it after because it might end up on the whiskers. And set it and hold the thread as it goes through. We'll cut these later. Let's see. There we go. Kind of gather them up and cut them off at the length you think they should be. Take some glue on a toothpick and put it under the whiskers so they don't pull out. And do the other side. And here they are. I don't know if you can see them, but they're there. If you want to forego whiskers or whisker prints, try a little blush or some mauve eyeshadow with a cotton swab. Here are some different size bears without any accessories. Check out here where to get the different size washcloths. Polar bear factoids. Polar bear fur is built for survival. Each clear howl hair traps air for insulation and reflects light so the bear looks snow white. Underneath, jet black skin soaks up the sun's rays, turning that icy coat into a natural thermal blanket. Real polar bears don't need scarves, but then they're not going to a party. Instruction. Cut out the choice of one of the 2 scarves on the Hats and Scarves pattern below the video. Use the pattern to cut out the color of felt you want. Now wrap the scarf around the bear's neck and tie a knot. If the scarf is short, tie a single knot. Longer scarf, tie a double knot. These two polar bears might be good for a troop gift exchange. Note, the one in pink has some blush on her cheeks, which was put there before the whisker prints. For the scarves, there are a lot of colors to choose from, but you may want to think ahead. Hey, these guys can be stocking stuffers. Polar bear factoids. In Churchill, troublesome polar bears go to jail until the ice returns, and then they can be released to hunt. Just in case our bears ever wind up there, let's give them something on their bellies to reflect on while they wait. Before you cut out any felt, make sure the pattern fits the bear. Make sure the glue goes right to the edges of the felt. And place it on. And place the star on the bear. Here they are with one star and one heart. Here they are with the 2 stars and 2 hearts. And here they are with 3 hearts and stars. If there's a certain theme to your party, go on Google to free clip art and print out, for example, a unicorn profile and use it on the hat and the body of the bear. Try Microsoft Paint to resize it for you, or ask ChatGPT to generate one for you. Polar bear factoids. If there's no room in jail for a punk polar bear in Churchill, he gets VIP flight treatment, a one-way ticket up the coast and out of town. Much better than other solutions. Hats off to Churchill. And speaking of hats, instructions. Cut out the large or small beanie and baseball cap from the free pattern below the video. Make sure the pattern fits the bear before you cut it out in felt. Glue on the heart for the hat, beanie hat. Oops, and put it on the front of the hat. It's a number 3 heart. Then take the star and do the same. Instructions. As you go around the hat with fabric glue, leave the bottom of the hat open. Spread some glue around the very edges for the back of the hat and put the front of the hat on. Glue it down. Then do the same for the other hat, for the baseball cap. Put the front of the cap on and let it dry. Now get a cotton ball. Polar bear factoids. Polar bears depend on seal breathing holes to hunt and lie in wait, but it's a dangerous moment for the seal who must surface to survive. The bear stays perfectly still, sometimes for hours, waiting for the right moment to strike. It's a silent standoff between hunger and breath. Widen the cotton ball and cut it in half. And stick it in the beanie. Some glue on the bottom of the hat, including the cotton ball. Stick it on the head. Put some pins in the hat until it dries. Stick the cotton ball in the cap of the baseball cap. Put some glue on it. Put it on the rim of the hat and on the cotton ball. Put it on the rim of the cap. Instructions. Turn the hat over and place fabric glue on the back portion of the baseball cap, not on the front of the brim. Place it on his head. And put some pins in it. You might want to stick a pin in the back of it too. Take the pins out of the hats. Make sure you take all the pins out of the hats. Take your scissors and clip off any snags in the washcloth. Polar bear factoids. Churchill kids are polar bear smart. They travel in groups, listen for sirens, and know every building and every car is unlocked to provide a hideout if a polar bear comes calling. These two can go to just about any party: birthday parties, slumber parties, craft parties, and teddy bear picnic parties. This was the party these two were meant to have. Maybe next 4th of July, someone will throw a party cool enough for polar bears. I meant to have this video ready by then. Let's just call this a warm-up for next year's 4th of July bash. These spooky bears have a batty sense of style. They are all dressed up and ready to party, and perhaps at the end of the night end up in a favor bag. In case you want to get started on a Halloween party, free large and small bat patterns are below the video. Here are some suggestions for a toy for the bear's tummy. A fidget ring is good for both boys and girls. Dinosaurs, farm animals, dragons, and unicorns. Just make sure they fit. It's okay just to be a boo-boo bear. Boo-boo bear card link is below the video. Attach the boo-boo poem card with silver or gold lame or yarn or string. Boo-boo poem. If a boo-boo has you feeling crummy, take an ice cube in my tummy. Hold it to your boo-boo tight, and very soon it will feel all right. Does anyone else have problems cutting out small pieces of felt and foam board? I know I do. Let's see if this helps. Cut out a strip of the number 3 hearts pattern below the video. Using a glue stick, glue the strip to the felt or foam board right side up. You can easily cut them out without tracing them or trying to pin them in place. Now, especially on felt, peel away the paper and leave them to dry glue side up until you're ready to put them on the bear. And don't forget to put fabric glue on it. Cut off one strip of the nose. So take the strip and turn it over and put glue on it. Now this should save a lot of time. No more trying to keep the pattern in place on foam board. You can do this with felt too. Just make sure you pull the paper off before it dries and place the glue side up. If you are doing a lot of them, put them in a container and layer them with wax paper. Also, be sure to clean the glue off the scissors. The next video will be Kodiak Boo Boo Grizzly Bears with crowns, scarves, and all things for the holidays. Please share with friends and family. In case you've forgotten, these guys can be party favors. Please share, like, and subscribe. Kodiak bears go royal for the holidays. Thanks so much for watching. Bye now. Like the graduation owls, these guys are gluten-free, sugar-free, and nut-free. But if you add candy to their tummies, all bets are off. This video is for moms and dads, grandparents, classroom parents, senior craft coordinators, teachers, troop leaders, club leaders, youth development professionals, and crafters in general.